Welcome to Berrien Center, Michigan. My name is Bethany Rose. I'm 22 years old, 5'10", and I weigh 330 pounds. My entire life, growing up, I've always been the bigger of the kids. I am the biggest in my family right now, including my parents. I'm also the biggest one on my mom's side of the family. Um, Ever since third grade, I was the biggest kid in school. I I was teased and called Big Red because I was always the fattest and I have red hair, and everyone thought that was real funny and cute. Very original. And I um, I'm not quite sure what exactly happened in my life that caused me to gain so much weight. Um, I was active as a kid. I was in marching band. Um, I went camping and went backpacking and went hiking, and I never really lost any weight. I just kept gaining it. As a freshman in high school, an extra large t-shirt was too small for me. When I graduated high school, I was about 280 pounds. And then that summer, I went away to summer camp thinking that I would lose weight. And I didn't, because they fed us really well and it was pretty decent food. Um, and then my freshman year of college, I came in. It was a new environment. It was new people. I didn't know anyone. Um, I ate a lot. I would sit at my desk and do my homework, and to keep myself awake, I would eat salt and vinegar potato chips because that's what would keep me awake. Coffee wouldn't keep me awake. Soda wouldn't keep me awake. Those potato chips were the only thing that would actually help, because they were so tangy, would help me stay awake. And um, there was all the late night eating and all the eating that you could do at the calf, and the cafeteria didn't have very healthy food. And as a college kid, you have a tendency to eat a lot of pizza and a lot of starches, and the only thing that I really know how to cook is pastas and all that really unhealthy stuff. And when I go out to eat, I have a tendency to always get like the chips that you can eat as many as you want, or the breadsticks that you can shove down your throat because they're delicious and yummy and wonderful. And I don't really snack now that I'm out of school. I have 3 meals a day and I try and stick to that. I have constantly gotten myself to a better and better place as far as eating habits. I feel I choose salads when we go out to eat, but they have the dressing on them, and you cancel that out with the dressing. And I try and bring healthier stuff home and do the grilled chicken, but you also have to have some sort of pasta with it, or some sort of rice with it, or things that aren't necessarily very healthy. I I am who I am, and I've been okay with that because I've just accepted the fact that I'm bigger. But since I started a new job, I realized that I don't want to be those fat people that come into the office, and that's not who I want to be. So now I need to try and change my life for the better, and especially since my sister is getting married in December, I'm the maid of honor. I don't want to be the biggest out of all the bridesmaids. I currently now outweigh the next biggest bridesmaid by at least 100 pounds. I don't want to be that way. I don't want to be the only one that's in the plus sizes, because everyone else that's in her party is like a size 2. And on top of it, we're wearing red. I don't really want to look like a giant tomato walking down the aisle. It's a huge part of my life, and I love my family to death. And without them, I have no support system. They're my best friends. They're my entire world, and I want to be there for my sister, and I want to be happy the entire time I'm at the ceremony, and not subconsciously thinking, oh my goodness, I'm so fat, everyone's staring at me, everyone's taking pictures of me. I know that inside I'm a beautiful person, inside I'm an actively and I'm a fit person, but on the outside doesn't match how I feel on the inside. And I need that to change. I need some sort of guidance, someone there constantly shoving down my throat that you need to be healthier, you need to be bigger, and that's where the Biggest Loser comes in. And that's it. This is my friend Emily, one of my best friends, one of my roommates. She is going to do a pop quiz and answer to give you a little bit about who I am from a different perspective. So, my first question of you is, what was your first impression of me ever meeting me?
Oh, my very first impression of you before I got to know you, I would definitely say that I thought that you were loud, very friendly, and at the same time, just a little bit maybe overbearing, a little bit too much to handle. So my first impression was definitely, whoa.
Okay. How do you think that it would benefit me to go on the Biggest Loser?
Well, I think that, I've known you for a long time, and I think that you definitely get on kicks where you start, you're going to exercise this week, or you're going to eat better, or, whatever, but I think the Biggest Loser would be fantastic for you because you always do better when we're exercising together, or when you have somebody to do it with you, or to help you, or to tell you what to do. And I think that the Biggest Loser would be that for you, that somebody to say, okay, well, you don't really have an option, you're going to exercise, and I think that that would be perfect for what you need.
Okay, and what's the one thing that you notice about my eating habits that you notice is like the worst for me?
Probably just the content of the food. Being a student, fresh out of college, living with a bunch of college students, we eat pizza and we eat popcorn and we eat a bunch of starch and a bunch of carbs and high content of sugar and fat,
because that's all we know how to make.
Yes. And so I think that because that's what we eat, we're all not healthy, but then it just comes down to a matter of metabolism and activity level.
Okay, what is the best quality that you find in me?
Well, there's a lot. The best quality I think you have is just your willingness to go above and beyond and do whatever is asked of you, and then 100% more. And I know that I never have to wonder if you're gonna be there for me. I never have to wonder if the thing that you said you're gonna do is gonna get done. It'll probably get done, and then everything else that you weren't actually supposed to do. And just taking that a step further, I think being on this show is you're gonna be one of those that's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this, but I'm never gonna quit. I'm gonna stick to it because that's what you do. You give 100% no matter what, and then some.
And just in general, what would you say to the Biggest Loser to get me on the show?
I would say that although you may not get all of the drama and all of the tears and all of the crying and all of the complaining from Bethany on your show, you would definitely have somebody who is going to put her heart into it and just give 110% and is going to fight through the discomfort and any awkwardness, any pain, anything, because she's very genuine and she will just give it her all.
That's all the questions I have for you. Thank you, Emily.
No problem.
And the video request says that you should show your work and your lifestyle outside of, your home. Unfortunately, I just started a new job as a nurse where 8 hours a day I sit on my butt, and we have, I'm a nurse at a doctor's office, and we have drug reps that will continuously bring you food, and most of the time it's Panera, which is very starchy and very bready and very amazing and wonderful and awesome. And unfortunately, that means while I'm shoving my face full of food at work, I'm not exercising any of that off. And I love the people at work that I've just started working with, and they're super nice. And I came from a really great work as an emergency dispatcher, which also was to sit on your butt while you have to eat your food in between calls, and not much exercising involved because you're constantly on constantly at the computer. I need this for me because I have to be healthier for me. I have to not be the overweight, fat person who has diabetes, who has hypertension that comes through my office all the time. I can't be that person when I'm 50 years old and struggling through life, and just in general having anxiety attacks because I can't handle it. And I don't want to be that person that's always on medication. It's just not who I want to be. And diabetes and cancer runs in both sides of my family, and I know that exercising and a small waist size and a low fat content help to decrease your chances of those things. And I don't want to be the one that dies before my parents because I lived a poor lifestyle. I am applying with my cousin Jessica Tabor, who is, I have known all my life. We were great buds growing up. She is about 4 years older than me, but we're like sisters at heart. We share a lot of the same thing. We're the same body build. We're the biggest ones in our family, and we both hate ourselves for it. And we've tried everything we possibly can think of to lose weight, but we're both too young to be medically helped, and we're both perfectly healthy people besides the fact that we're fat. And we need to change that, and we need your help to do so. I'm built funny. I've always said that it skipped my boobs and my butt and went to my gut, and that's completely accurate because that's where all my weight is. And this is the part where I don't want to do it, and I'm ashamed of who I am for it, but I don't want to do this. But my stomach is big and fat and dimply and gross, and I have the back boobs that nobody wants. And that's why I need your help, because I can't do it by myself, and I don't want to be that way, and I don't want to grow up knowing that I'm doomed for medication and doomed to die way before I'm supposed to. So pick me, choose me, and my cousin Jessica. Thank you.